Alright, welcome back to the lab. If your first time joining us, click the subscribe button down below. Hit that like button to let me know that you like this style of video. This is our Maker Talk series. This is where I talk about whatever is on my mind at this point, usually pertaining to making, usually pertaining to DIY, or something along those lines, or anything that's in the news. It's really my choice. So, I've had an idea bouncing around my head for this video for quite some time. As you saw in the intro, the idea is that you can't buy skill. I talk to a lot of people about this, a lot of people I have a lot of respect for, a lot of people who are very good at everything that they do. And I got a lot of different opinions when I fed them this. Some people took it almost literally, like, well, I can hire a plumber so I can buy that skill, and I'm like, well, then you don't have the skill, you hired somebody who did. That's not acquiring a skill. For the purpose of this discussion, I'd like to say that skill requires passion, education, and experience. So 3 things that are required to make anybody good at anything. Nobody's born being a perfect cinematographer or amazing at soldering or, I don't know, world-class figure skater. All of this stuff requires training, it requires passion, and it requires some education. Now, throwing money at a subject, whether it be post-secondary education, whether it be specialized training, whether it be perfect tools, whether it be the most important thing that you think you need to perform better, I'm here to tell you that you don't, and that it doesn't matter. I'm part of a group on Facebook called No Small Creator. Now, this group tries to take people and provide a positive community around helping people evolve their craft, whether that be YouTube videos, whether that be Instagram photography, whether that be any form of media that you produce, they will support you. The only critique I have ever had of this group is that everybody seems to say that you need to go buy the $1,200, $1,300, $1,400, $1,500 camera. You don't. You really don't. And it's not going to make your photography or video game or making or YouTube channel that much better and suddenly get you an amazing amount of subscribers. It's not. Here's the bottom line. If you don't have skill at cinematography, like me, right, you are not going to suddenly have skill if you buy the $1,500 camera. You're not going to know how to use it. You're not going to get the shots that you think that you should get with it. And I'm willing to bet you that you will get the same quality of video from a $300 camera that you will a $1,500 camera. Now, the professionals out there, the ones who have applied their life, their passion to understanding how the cameras work and working with those cameras, are going to get a much bigger bang out of that. But here's the kicker. If you have that skill, you no longer need the $1,500 camera to get those awesome shots. It's just that simple. Now let's bring this back to our type of a realm. Okay, a lot of people like to go out and they look at like the Weller soldering stations, you know, $1,000, $1,100 soldering stations. I see myself as having some good skill at soldering. I can solder just about anything. I haven't come across any challenge that I couldn't attain yet. I use a $100 Heiko because the skill allows me to use a basic tool and do wonderful things with the basic tool. I could probably get by with a $25 fire starter, but it's not going to be fun. And I'm going to get nothing for my other $1,100 if I buy a $1,200 Weller station. It's just not going to do anything for me. Now, somebody who has no skill, it's going to be the exact same thing. So, gear doesn't matter, I guess, is really what I'm getting at here. So you don't have to spend a fortune on gear. Now, the other flip side that was brought to me many times when I approached this subject with my friends was education, right? Most particularly post-secondary education. Now, me and my friends generally have a very different opinion about post-secondary education. All of them are post-secondary graduates. All of them think that that is absolutely required for success in this world. I beg to differ. In most instances, I feel that at least in the tech field, post-secondary education is just a waste of money. Everybody has it. The place I work, when we go to hire one person, we interview and test about 30 before we find one that passes. They all have this phenomenal post-secondary education, and they all have this experience, but they can't pass a basic programming test. And the reason is they don't actually have skill. So what they paid for, in my mind, wasn't skill. It was education. But education minus passion and experience is nothing. Now, that equation too works out for the people who have been in the industry for 20 years and still can't pass this test. You can have education and you can have experience, but if you don't have the passion, you're never going to get the skill. This is something that I've been bouncing around my head for a while. If you have any opinions on this, by all means, comments down below. If you like this style of video, let me know in the comments down below. Smash the like button. And as I said, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button to make sure you get all the content from the lab.